You have tried to change. You swore this time would be different. And then it was not. Not because you are weak, not because you lack discipline, but because everything you have been taught about change is wrong. Today I am going to show you a system so small it will feel like it cannot possibly work, until it does. Today I'm going to tell the story of a man named Christopher. Christopher was 40 years old, weighed 142 kilos, and one Saturday morning he bent down to pick up a ball in his neighbor's flower bed and couldn't get up. Not because he was hurt. His legs simply didn't have the strength to lift his own body. His 9-year-old son watched in silence. The neighbor had to help him to his feet. That night, Christopher sat on the edge of his bed and cried. Not because of the weight. He cried because he realized he was building a memory in his child's mind. My father was weak. Christopher wasn't lazy. He woke at 5 a.m., worked 14-hour shifts, raised 2 kids, paid the bills. He was the kind of man who carried everything for everyone and completely forgot he had a body. He had tried to change. 3 gyms, 2 months each. Low-carb diets, 3 weeks. Morning runs, 5 days. Every attempt ended the same way. Every failure added another brick to the wall he was building around himself. That's just how I am. It's genetics. I don't have time. He had arrived at the most dangerous place a person can reach. Not death, but the acceptance of defeat. Until the flower bed. His friend Marcus had lost 30 kilos and kept it off. He didn't just look thinner, he looked more complete. Christopher called him that same morning. "How did you do it, Marcus?" "I went to a doctor, but not the kind you're thinking of." The consultation room had no anatomy posters, no hospital smell, just a wooden table, 2 chairs, and a window overlooking a garden. Dr. Teishi Yamamoto was around 65, thin, calm, with the quiet presence of someone who had stopped rushing long ago. Christopher told him everything. The weight, the shame, the flower bed, the son who watched. The doctor didn't open a computer, didn't write a prescription. He simply asked, "How many times have you tried to change? And how long did each attempt last?" 3, 4 times, a few weeks, 2 months at most. You failed because you tried to win a 40-year war in a 2-month battle. Your body and mind took 40 years to get here. You thought you could undo that in weeks. Silence.
I'm going to ask you to make one change. So small you'll think I'm joking. Every morning, before anything else, drink a glass of water. That's all. Christopher waited for the rest. It didn't come. He paid $200 and left confused. But one thing the doctor said kept pulling at him. A promise to yourself. How many promises had he broken? How many Mondays had he sworn he would change, only to quit by Wednesday? If he couldn't trust himself in small things, how could he ever change anything big? That night, he left a glass of water on his bedside table. The next morning, he drank it. Day 2, the same. Day 7, something shifted. He woke before his alarm. The first thing his brain looked for was the glass. His mind had begun to expect it. On day 14, he returned to the doctor. I didn't lose any weight, but I did it. Every single day. Dr. Yamamoto smiled. That is Kaizen. Continuous improvement through microscopic changes. It's not about the water. It's about proving to your brain that you are someone who keeps promises. Over the next months, one small change at a time. Half a plate of food, with permission to eat more after 20 minutes. He went back for seconds, exactly twice in 3 weeks. His body wasn't hungry. It was just used to excess. This was Hara Hachi Bu, the Okinawan principle of eating to 80% fullness, because the stomach takes 20 minutes to signal the brain it's satisfied.
Then movement. But not what Christopher expected. Walk to your mailbox and back. That's it. 20 meters. He almost laughed. But he did it. On the third day, his 7-year-old daughter saw him leaving. "Dad, can I come?" She held his hand and talked about school, things she had stopped sharing because he was always too tired to listen. When they got back, she asked, "Can we do this every day?" The next week, he started walking to the corner store. Not because the doctor told him to, because his daughter wanted him to. 3 months in, 14 kilos lost. Then came Thanksgiving, family pressure, a table full of food, a brother-in-law saying, "Forget the diet for 1 day." Christopher gave in. That night, the old voice returned. "I broke it. I'm going to quit like I always do." He texted the doctor, "I ruined everything." The reply came in 2 minutes. "Come to the office this afternoon." "Did you drink water this morning?" "Yes." "Did you walk?" "Yes." "Then you didn't fail. You stumbled." There is a massive difference. When you stumble, you lose balance for a second. When you fall, you stop moving completely. This was wabi-sabi, the Japanese philosophy that finds beauty in imperfection. 1 bad day does not erase 3 months of showing up. What if I overeat again? You will, many times. And every time, you will wake up and drink your water. This is not about never falling. It is about always returning. By month 9, Christopher had lost 35 kilos. During that appointment, the doctor asked, "When was the last time you thought about giving up?" Christopher paused. He genuinely couldn't remember. Because you stopped trying to change. You started living differently. You are no longer a heavy man trying to lose weight. You are a man who takes care of himself. The doctor drew 5 circles on a piece of paper. Ikigai, your reason for living. Not losing weight, but being present for your family. Kaizen, 1% better every day. Small changes that compound. Hara Hachi Bu, eat to 80%. Let your body catch up. Wabi Sabi, stumble and return every time. Gambaru, hold on. Do the minimum on your hardest days. At month 18, Christopher had lost 52 kilos. His daughter turned 9. There was a party in the park. Kids were playing tag, and for the first time, Christopher ran after them, laughing, sweating, completely alive. There's a photo on Christopher's living room wall. Him at 142 kilos, sitting in a chair in the backyard, watching his children play. Not with them, just watching. Next to it, another photo. Him at 88 kilos, on the floor, playing Lego, his daughter on his back. His wife took it without him knowing. "Why?" he asked. "Because this is the moment I've been waiting for. The moment you came back." His daughter, now 12, told a friend at school, "My father is the most disciplined person I know. Not because he was perfect, because she watched him stumble, fall, and get back up every single time. That is the real legacy, not the body. The living proof that change is possible, one small choice at a time." You've made it this far. That means you're looking for something. The problem is never a lack of information. You know what to do. The problem is you're trying to do everything at once, trying to win a 20-year war in a 21-day battle. So here is your challenge. Choose one change, the smallest one possible, so small it feels ridiculous. a glass of water, 5 push-ups, 1 page of a book, 1 minute of silence. Do it every day for 14 days, nothing more. On day 14, you'll have proven one thing, that you can keep a promise to yourself. And when you can keep a small promise, you can keep any promise. Comment below. Tell me just the first step, the smallest one, because when you write it, you make it real, and real is where it all begins. Be present, walk with honor, follow the path. See you in the next story. Thank you so much for your patience and support.